Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. And today, I want to show off a trainer trial deck for the Silver Series. When this video comes out, there will be like less than one more week of the Trainer Trials Silver Series. But I figure you might want to play this deck because it's a heck of a lot of fun. Now, currently, it is bugged. People are playing Aceless in trainer trials, which is lame. But in the Silver Series, it's supposed to be standard, which is only Scarlet and Violet series cards, and it's only supposed to be common, uncommon, and rare cards. No rule box cards should be allowed. And our Aceless are rule box cards, so it's too bad that slipped through the filter. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck. It is Hop, Skip, Jump here, which I freaking adore. Here we go. So it revolves around the Jumpluff, right? I guess you could play this in Aceless too, but revolves around the Jumpluff with the drifting dodge ability, where when it takes damage, you flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. So you got 50% chance of just not being KO'd. We've got a single energy attack called Fluffy Breeze, where you do 60 damage and 30 to the bench. I'm hearing you though. That's not a lot of damage. You're right. That's why we're playing Lilligant. Lilligant is our band-aid for that. We can add up to 60 more damage. So that's 120 damage if we have 3 Lilligant on the bench. So if we got 3 Lilligant on the bench, another Hoppip / Skiploom / Jumpluff, and Rellor / Rabsca, we've got a full bench there, and I like that. I like how mathematically that works. And you can see all of our Pokemon are grass, right? So we got the Lilligant to power up our Jumpluff, and we got the Rabsca to protect our bench. A fun thing about this, though, is if you want to play a Pauper version, because Lilligant and Rabsca are both Pauper legal, you could play just the Skiploom and not the Jumpluff, and it could still be Pauper. So this deck can kind of morph into a bunch of different formats, which is fantastic. Let's run through the lines, though. So we got 4 Hoppip, 4 Skiploom, 3 Jumpluff. Hopefully, when you're hopefully you can get Jumpluff recovered and evolved up and all that stuff by using Skiploom and other Jumpluff. So that's why I went with 3 Jumpluff, just to make some extra space and to do that, basically. Then we've got a 3/3 line of Lilligant to give you plus 60 to your attacks. And we've got Rabsca in here as a 1/1 line. Yes, it's risky, but I like it. For that spherical shield to protect your bench from not only damage, but also effects. Love it. We are only playing 8 grass energy because it's all single energy attacks. So why would we play that much more, right? Here we are in the trainers. We are playing 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffins, 2 Earthen Vessel, 3 Switch, 2 Defiance Bands, 2 Super Rods, 2 TM Evos, and that's really all that is to get our Pokemon out, to get our energy out, and to get damage done, right? The Ultra Ball, Buddy-Buddy Poffin, TM Evo all get Pokemon out. Our Earthen Vessel gets energy. Our Switch gets the right Pokemon in the right spot. Our 2 Defiance Bands get more damage done. Our 2 Super Rods recover Pokemon for us, and we've got 4 Professor's Research to draw. We got 3 copies of Pokemon League Headquarters. Because we're playing evolutions, we aren't too worried about our basics attacking, so this is just going to hopefully mess up some of your opponent's Pokemon. We got 3 copies of Bug Catching Set to find our Pokemon, our energies, all that. We've got 4 copies of Arven to find our items and tools, and 2 copies of Boss's Orders to, use that to gust up Pokemon. So let's go ahead, jump into a match here. Again, we might run into someone playing an A-Spec, which means that this won't be technically Silver Series, but you know what can you do? I know the bug exists. I'm not going to capitalize on that bug, so hopefully our opponent doesn't either. But it's tempting too, you know? You know? Do you want to go first? Yes. Yes, I do want to go first. So let's go first. Alright, we got a Hoppip, which is cool. We also got a Grass Energy, which is nice. We do not have a Skiploom, which is one thing that I would really like right now, you know? I could Arven for Buddy-Buddy and possibly get out a Petilil and a... Oh, look at that. We are so lucky. We are so lucky. Whoo, boy. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I hope you are too. We're going to go end turn. And yeah, I'm going to Arven, and it's going to be Petilil Rellor. And I think I'll just... Can I Ultra Ball? 20 damage, and they put me to sleep. I'm not too concerned, though. I'm not too concerned. I know it's kind of weird. We're a stage 2 deck that doesn't play... Hey, look, another Hoppip. Nice. We'll go Arven. We'll get our Buddy-Buddy. We'll get a TM Evo. Although we can't play our TM Evos. Look at that. That's pretty lucky of them. We'll grab Petilil and Rellor. The reason why we can't do that is because our Pokemon is asleep. That's it. Our Pokemon's asleep. I could go get the Skiploom, though. I could ditch these 2 TM Evos and just get the Skiploom. I'm gonna do that. Let's live recklessly, huh? How about that? Let's see. We're gonna grab Skiploom. Done. Let's play it. Skiploom up there. And 60 damage. Heck yes. Next turn, we'll get the knockout with our Jumpluff. And Dino. Does that thing have a decent non-rulebox evolution? I only know of the EX. I mean, it's possible. I don't know, I've seen people play Terra Ball in this and not grab anything. I'm very confused about the rule set based on this Silver Series. I don't think anyone fully understands it. Oh, look, it's Nidoran and Nidoran, the male and female. I believe the male has an ability where if you have the female, I believe the Nido King has a ability where if you have the Nido Queen in play, you ignore the energy cost of the Nido King. Awesome. So good, you know? Just so good. Okay, so that was no damage. It does put me to sleep. Do I wake up? I do not, so I'll just evolve and wake up. So, Jumpluff, a Rabsca, a Professor's Research, get brand new hand. We get another Petilil, very nice. We can Buddy-Buddy Poffin, get another Petilil, very nice. Pokemon League Headquarters, Bug Catching Set. What do we get? We get a Lilligant and a Grass Energy. Heck yeah, love it. Grass Energy can go onto Hoppip. Fluffy Breeze, we're going to knock that out. We're going to put some damage there. Because if I can keep their Nidoqueen from getting out, I can keep them from getting that ability to hold on, to ignore the energy requirements, which I like. So, and they conceded. Well, it was pretty lucky for us that their entire deck was weak to us. Let's go ahead and jump into another one, shall we? See how that plays out. Let's go. If you like me doing these trainer trial decks, go ahead and let me know in the comments, so that, you know, I do them more often, more frequently. I do have another one, but it's also a popper deck, so I don't know if I really need to record it too soon. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The other one is a meme. Heck, I might have put that one out before this one. I don't know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, you won't know what I'm doing. So it's always a nice surprise. By the way, subscribe, like, I already mentioned commenting. If you are already subscribed, maybe think about joining the membership stuff. It's really just to support me, but you also get a look at some videos early, which I bet you'd like that. I bet, you know? Just something about you really screams out, hey, I'd like some early videos, please. And I am here to give them to you. Clobopus. All right, we aren't hitting it for weakness. That's the first thing we gotta check. Okay. Looks like we're not going to be doing much to it, so that's good to know. We got Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. We can grab a Petilil and a Hoppip there. I'm going to go ahead, put this Grass Energy here, and wait. Because I don't want to discard this Lilligant, and I don't think it's super important to get the first attack, right? That's just me, though. Arven, okay. So no Iono. So we'll be pretty safe. Next turn, I will play the Lilligant. I will switch up the Hoppip with the energy. Then I'll Professor's Research and see what we get, right? Because if we get Skiploom, then I can start hitting bench, which would be nice. Buddy-Buddy Poffin. 2 Dust Skulls. Interesting. Now, I can 2-shot those, which can be fun. So we will see how that goes. Are you gonna attack? You do attack and get that 10 damage on there. Very nice. I like that. Put more damage on there. Lilligant goes there. Let's switch in the Hoppip with the energy. Then we will Professor's Research and see what we get. Okay, we didn't get Skiploom, but we did get Ultra Ball. So we can do that, right? We get Petilil, so we can play that down. Defiance Band really not going to do much for us in this situation. So I think I'm just going to do that. And we're going to grab a Skiploom. Put that up. And attack. Yeah, we only get 20 damage here, but that's okay. We're working on the bench. That's really what we're going after. We want to get these Dust Skulls out of here. Dust Skulls abilities can get through our abilities, so we don't really want them here. I wonder what Clobopus and its evolution Grapplock have that make it so good to build the deck around. I know Grapplock has a thing that can like increase attack, maybe retreat also, but yeah, that's all I can think of. Okay, if you do Slight Intrusion, right, you deal 10 damage to yourself. Oh, you're just gonna knock out the Hoppip? No, you're going after the Rabsca, but you don't have knockout on it. Huh, interesting. Why? But why? Curse Blast. Okay, now they have knockout on it. Okay. Why didn't they evolve the damaged one? Get that damage off the field. Interesting. Hey, Grass Energy. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. They knock out the Rabsca with Slight Intrusion. I'm going to put up the Skiploom. Put the Grass Energy on the Hoppip. You know. Do that. Then Professor's Research. Okay. We can throw that down. And we can Ultra Ball. I'm going to do 1, 2. To grab Jumpluff. Very nice. And we win. And we just win. Look at that. 50 damage, 30 damage there. We knock out all their Pokemon. They got nothing left. Goodbye. Jumpluff. I'm telling you, yes, it looks kind of weak. but it is so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this look at a trainer trial deck. The Silver Series could also fit in Control Players Unite's Aceless tournament, which I might play that this coming Tuesday to just try it out and see. But I hope you enjoyed this look. I really enjoyed this deck. Hope you did too. And you know, like I've mentioned before, like, comment, share, subscribe, join a member if you want. I've got a $1 tier. That's just so you can support me without throwing too much at me. You know, that way if you're on the rocks financially, I understand, you know. And so it's just something that you can basically set and forget about, right? But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you liked this look at Hop, Skip, Jump. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.